Hi, this is Neil O'Connor. I want to talk to you about sustainable EdTech. I'm going to give a talk on this today, but we want to do a preview of what I'm going to run through. So basically, the big challenge that universities are facing around the world is that under Industry 4.0, we are now technology companies. And so what that means is that education is up for grabs, not just by universities, but also by any internet company. Even LinkedIn purchased a major course provider less than 2 years ago, and now they're actually using that to actually match people with different job descriptions, different career descriptions. Oh, if you want this career, maybe this course suits you. This is very, very practical, and it just goes to show that universities are not our only competitor in this Industry 4.0 landscape. So therefore, my university, any university, is a technology company. Technology is about design, documentation, and communication. Students hear you talk, but learn, understand, and are inspired by your actions. And technology is a way of documenting your actions. Technology enables this documentation because you can pick up a smartphone, record yourself in a plane, record yourself on a walk, where you can actually capture a 1-minute video to say, students, I'm really looking forward to the class tomorrow. I'm going to talk about 1, 2, and 3. I'm so inspired, and I hope you'll get excited about that. And then you send it out to students the night before. That's a way of connecting with the students because they can see that you are inspired, not just in the classroom, but outside the classroom. It sustains your teaching. If you have a very high SETU score, that is student evaluation of teaching outcomes, then I would like to know that you recorded your teaching process for other teachers to learn from, for future students to watch, or maybe students from developing countries who do not have access to education, they could also watch that as well. Wow, that is true sustainability. Okay, so the big challenge that we have is trying to motivate staff to get involved with EdTech, because the big elephant in the room is research, and research is what sustains universities in terms of development of new knowledge. We understand that, and that will never go away. But the fact that we've got technology now, we have the opportunity to manage the big challenge that a lot of classrooms have, and that is the variety of students that we have in the classroom. You have students that are really self-help, they do their own thing, they can figure out for themselves, they can go on YouTube, they can go to other sites to fill in the gaps of any misunderstandings. There are other students that do not take the initiative, or they need help because of weaker language, or they don't fully understand the terminology. They might need coaching, or because of their family situation, they might need accountability coaching. There's students that might have a full-time job while they're going to university, so they're juggling many things. And so the long and short of it is there is no classroom where all students are the same. And when you have a variety of students, that's where you have a great opportunity to use technology to help you to save your time in addressing the variety of needs that these students face. And so we could ask this question to any one of you. Do you have a project where you require students to write in a particular format? At the end of the day, they send you something that's a completely different format. You understand that, master students, PhD students as well. Or do you have students who have missed a class and contacted you for all of the notes or additional handout that you gave during the lecture, and you're thinking, why did they have to miss the class? Well, maybe it's out of their control, okay? At least now with technology, you can actually create a video of the class and then say, hey, go watch this video. How many of you have experienced time we've had to explain the same thing over and over and over again? Students knock on your door, come into consultation, ask the same question, you spend 20 minutes. Next student comes in, they ask the same question, spend 20 minutes again. Why can't we use technology to reduce this repetition? How many of you have students that are smart, on the ball, and always seeking to know more? Well, you can use technology to give them more things to do. And so how many of you have students that how many of you have a concept that is difficult and you know that most students have difficulty with? Well, then why don't you use technology to create a little 3-minute or 5-minute explanation of that concept and then post it to the students, and students may get it. Not all of them, but it's about reaching every student at different stages because all students are different. Okay, so there are a lot of challenges that where technology, if you use it properly, you can actually save time in all of these 6 areas. So technology does save time. We're going to talk about 4 reasons for using technology. That is, technology saves time, technology can add value, technology can be used for promotion in university. Yes, universities would like to have copies of your good teaching to show potential students. It's very competitive out there. And finally, technology enables you to leave a legacy. That is, your teaching goes on forever. Also, your teaching lives in all around the world, developing countries. It lives in the homes of humans that may not have access to education, may not have access to university. That is a legacy worth working for, I think. Okay, so here are some areas where technology can save time. In the exam design, controllable time. All right, and there's uncontrollable events, as I mentioned earlier, and we could use technology to add value to produce reviews. We can use technology to add value to create factory visits. We video factory visits, bring it into the classroom and explain to students different aspects of operational management or different aspects of quality control management. You can use videos to record guest speakers. They're forever recorded. But also, it's very hard to get a guest speaker to come into your lecture in your time, in your space. What about, they're very busy, so maybe you can go to them with a camera and record a short interview. Students will appreciate that. You can bring that into the classroom or get the students to watch it outside the classroom. So there are many different ways that we can use technology to save time, but also technology can be used to add value. Technology also enables promotion. So what do we mean by that? Well, universities increasingly need to promote. Now, it's not necessarily their budgets are getting bigger, but they're all under budget pressure, but they can use technology to make promotion more efficient. You go to education fair, if you have a video going at the back showing what the teaching is like, you'll stand out from other education offerings. If you create a video to go on Facebook or YouTube, a short video of the latest course that you're offering, like FinTech, that could be a real hit. It can create a lot of buzz, go viral possibly. Okay. And not only promote the university, you can promote yourself and you become a celebrity teacher in your own right. So these are things that you think about when you are starting to actually produce much better content from your teaching. Universities would like to use that content for promotion. Finally, legacy, as I said earlier, we can reach the world. So back on part 2. So again, we've got these 4 areas in which technology can help, and so what can you do to make a start in this area? Well, you can make a video of you explaining a concept that students have most difficulty with, or make a screen capture of specific formatting rules that you would like students to follow, or make an app that summarizes key concepts of your topic, or redesign your exams so as to better manage the search, judgment and writing process. Or finally, make a video anywhere of why you're excited to teach your course, why students should be excited to take your course. So what I want to show you in today's session is actually various examples of videos that I made, early beginnings, but more recently more polished videos that give examples of those 4 areas of how you can use technology. Number 1, to improve efficiency and save you consultation time, and so that's what we've done here in my videos here. Becoming more professional, I've actually made better videos after I got to learn the software more, and then I started to split up the videos and make mini courses. This is all can help and contribute to making your consultation time more efficient. And then we're going to start thinking about specific purpose, like class reviews, where after the 4th week or 5th week we can actually do a summary of the class to date and put that summary into a 5-minute review session, students will really find that helpful, added value. Or you can go back and talk about how to do projects. In other words, you explain to students, if they're going to do an outside project, you take a video out there and you record the different processes they have to go through. Or you may record real world, bring in real world into the classroom, and that's really added value. And that's where we have a guest speaker interview, or we do factory visits and we bring the factory into the classroom. And then I'm going to talk about university promotion. We can actually use the videos for university promotion. I've got 2 examples here that I'll take the audience through. And then finally, leaving a legacy, and that's important because at the end of the day, you're using technology to document the process. And that documentation goes beyond your current university, it goes beyond Monash University where I am now. It actually goes to every country around the world, including developing countries where they have a greater population that has less opportunity to go to university. And what I've found with my YouTube videos is that we have much longer viewing time by people from these developing nations, much shorter viewing time from the developed countries. Maybe that's more out of just looking for YouTube for entertainment. So there you have it. So finally, I'm going to talk about the equipment that you can use, like Adobe Presenter, YouTube, WordPress. Bluehost Education actually gives a free WordPress website to all academics around the world. The app MindWizard, which I created, a 8-cell table design where students can input information and actually use that to be accountable for their success during their studies. And then you can use an app for that, Podbean to save and produce and distribute your MP3 recordings, and also Workflow, which is a list manager. So there are techniques to save your time we're going to summarize with. You can create 5-minute summaries, regular, little bit each week, just a 5-minute summary of what you're about to do before you go into the lecture. You can always point a student to help you for 5 minutes after each lecture when you're really fresh and you're energized about the content. Make a 5-minute summary then. Create how to do 2 to 3 minute videos, a feedback sheet. Use students to write down the biggest challenge they had in the topic of today's lecture. Then take those feedback sheets and use that to answer that, like question and answer, in a podcast or on a video. Record your lectures, and especially the second lecture, record this since you will be better on the second lecture. Student presentations, record this for student feedback. Students will see that how they're presenting themselves with their own eyes, and that's a greater feedback than what you can tell them. Document your learning. That's what students are paying attention to. That's what inspires students, seeing your learning process, not your outcomes. So let's summarize what this session is about. It's about using technology to document your processes of teaching. How can you use that to save your time and add value in the classroom? Number 1, make a video of you explain the concept that students have most difficulty with. How do you know that? Get feedback from the students. Make a screen capture of specific formatting rules that you'd like students to follow. For example, formatting for publication submission. Redesign your exams so you can better manage the search, judgment and writing processes. Make a video anywhere of why you're excited to teach your course. Why should students be excited about taking your course? Make that video in the park. Why do you have to make the video in the office? You have a cell phone. You have a smartphone, you can take it anywhere. I've done it in the airplane, I've done it in a restaurant, and you show that to students, they see the process. They see that you are excited and energized outside the classroom, not just inside the classroom. Finally, make an app that summarizes key concepts of your topic and give that to the developer with a wireframe, and then they can put it together. Students can download that. They're all looking at their smartphones these days. So there you have it. That's the talk. It's sustainable EdTech, and it's all about documenting processes. And it's all about making you have more time for your consultation and dealing with a wide variety of student capabilities, capacities, and challenges. At the same time, bringing more value into the classroom by bringing in guest speakers, factory visits through the use of technology. Of course, universities can use that for promotion, and at the end of the day, you have all of this documented process that you can actually put online and reach people around the world who may not ever get a chance to be inside a university classroom. Good luck with your sustainable EdTech initiatives. Bye for now. This is Dr. Neil O'Connor.